Welcome to Crow and Klein, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I am using the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, and we're going to do a pick a card reading. So I have 3 piles prepared. Pile number 1, your card of focus is Moonlight. And we're going to use the Mermaid Tarot. Pile number 2, your card of focus is Flying. We're going to use the Magical Nordic Tarot. Excuse me. Pile number 3. This is your card of focus, Into the Unknown. And we're going to use the Pulp Tarot. So this is a general reading for the collective. Please feel free to pause and ponder the cards for whatever your needs are today, and I will see you there. Welcome, pile number 1, and our card of focus is Moonlight. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get the glare off of that. Okay, so in Moonlight, it's really about kind of a trusting in your intuition, right? Because it can lead you to places that may not seem quite logical, right? Because the moon's all about the mystical, magical, all about the subconscious, the hidden, all those things. So let it lead you into places that may not seem logical, like I said. Your hunches are going to be right on target, okay? Stop second guessing yourself, because your perceptions right now are really sharp. They're really good, and they're spot on. This is a really good time to, if you want to get into the mystical, magical, to use, systems of divination to help gain information, whatever that is for you, whether it's tarot cards or scrying or, oracle cards, or maybe you have a pendulum, or, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm getting at. To gain information. And the information that comes through for you, you will know whether it's for you or not, because your intuition is super, super heightened right now, okay? And just remember that the language of intuition is really symbolic, okay? It comes to you as a hunch or a tingling, a knowing. It can be a clear sound. It can be an animal or an object that crosses your path. Okay? You are receiving messages right now that are going to help you. So only you know how you receive them best. You know the signs and synchronicities in your life that make sense to you. Okay? Success is going to be yours if you can follow those signs. Right? Now, not all signs are the same for every person. Okay, that's why I said it's very, very specific to you. It's meaningful to you. So, yes. Trust your intuition. Something's coming. Something's coming. And it's good because it said that you will be successful. All right, I have the Mermaid Tarot, and we're going to go ahead and dig on into this. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm super honored to be able to bring you these messages. Okay, please keep in mind this is just a general reading. This is not a one-on-one. So if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I hope that there's some little bit of information in there, that's useful, that's helpful in some way. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Let's talk about your intuition, because you are super powerful right now with that moonlight. Sorry. All right, we have the Ace of Swords. Yes. Okay, truth, clarity. Huge truth. That sword cuts away fear, doubt, and confusion. That sword cuts to the truth of matter, okay? So, clarity. So with your intuition, something becomes clear, okay? In your energy, we have the Page of Cups, which is basically messages coming through, messages of love, fun, magic, right? Magic, here we go with the magic again, okay? Typically, the fish represents the divine trying to get a message to this page, right? Which is why they're having this really great interaction here. So you are in your energy already paying attention to the signs and synchronicities. You're waiting for this message, okay? Keep in mind, this is part of your karma and destiny, okay? We have the Wheel of Fortune showing up for you. So things are moving forward, and they're going to continue to move forward, right? Because the Moonlight card says that you're going to be successful in this, in understanding the signs and synchronicities and the message that is coming to you. How cool is that? Everything's going to become clear. You know, we always talk about the moon as things are hidden, right? And illusions are happening. But with that sword, that sword of truth, that Ace of Swords, that is illumination, my friend. Illumination. And under that ace, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, this is victory, triumph and victory. It's also a card of recognition. Look how this character is performing, right? I mean, it looks like a performance to me. It's a card of recognition. So with that Ace of Swords, it seems to me that maybe, I mean, typically the Six of Wands is about being recognized for something, but I feel like maybe you're recognizing something, right? Maybe in yourself. Maybe you're starting to understand that mystical, magical part of yourself, the intuition. That is a cause for celebration. When we knowingly enter the realm of trusting ourselves, trusting our intuition, trusting our judgment. Okay. In your energy, we have the Empress. So it's the cornucopia of abundance in all things, right? It can also be birthing something, birthing an idea. I mean, it's just this overflowing, joyful luxury, beauty, you know, in nature as well. This is beautiful energy that you have here with this Page of Cups and this Empress. Yeah, you're there. I mean, you're watching for the signs and synchronicities. You're following and trusting your intuition. The Empress does. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So how cool is that? Because the Knight of Wands takes the spark of the page and fans the flames. And so this is forward momentum on something that you've been wanting to do, right? Wands are all about creativity and passion and confidence and independence and all those things. I mean, it can be a little stubborn and hot-tempered too, but I don't get the sense that that's what this is about. There's something that you're going to move forward on as this clarity comes in, as you're paying attention to the signs and synchronicities, as you're listening to your intuition. There's a spark of something, okay? And the message here is to go with it. Fan the flames and go with it, because it's part of your purpose, right? You know, a lot of times we have these beautiful ideas, these amazing, incredible ideas, and then we sort of like put it on a shelf because we're not sure how to take steps towards it. Okay, this is absolutely saying trust your intuition, do what you can, right? Take steps forward. As you take steps towards what it is that you want, it comes towards you, which, I mean, really kind of makes sense, but it's an energy thing, okay? It's that like attracts like. We have the Nine of Wands coming out under that 6. So yeah, it's, you know, it's a card, it's the Wounded Warrior, but it's a card of wisdom, right? Because we collect the wisdoms from all the things that, you know, haven't gone right, you know, situations and relationships that went wrong. Like we collect the wisdoms. And what this does is it allows us the capacity to create healthy boundaries. Okay, the Nine of Wands is absolute resilience. You can't stop Nine of Wands because they're just going to keep getting up and keep moving forward. That's what I love about this card. So healthy boundaries. You definitely have been collecting wisdoms through the lessons of life, through experiences of life. I don't always like to say lessons. I think that we have experiences in life, not lessons. If that makes sense. You know what I mean. Okay. Looking for a card for your energy. Ooh. Okay. Four of Cups. Now, typically Four of Cups is an awareness card, or in this case, lack of awareness, right? This person is sitting on the beach, kind of woe is me. There's something that you're not seeing. Okay, now this could be that there are some messages coming to you, some signs and synchronicities, some, you know, signs as it pertains to you and how you read them, that you're not seeing. Okay, so it's really just about lifting your head up, looking around, being alert, listening to your intuition, being participating, I guess is what I'm trying to say, rather than just sort of sitting there and waiting for this thing to happen. You know, get up, move around, move your energy, whatever it is that you need to do. But it's right there, right? It's right here. And it may feel like you've been waiting forever for whatever, for this sign. For this thing coming in, whatever it is for you. There's something trying to come in. You are watching, but there's an aspect of it that you're not quite seeing, is what I'm getting. Okay. And we have the King of Cups coming out and the Keep It in Mind. So this is, remember to stay in sort of that emotional maturity, right? It's really easy when we get frustrated to sort of dip down into anger and frustration and disillusion and all of those things. So I think that the King of Cups is here to remind us to stay with your emotional maturity. Please self-nurture. And the King isn't just about nurturing the self, but, you know, nurturing those around us, right? Loving, supportive energy. But please don't forget to do that for yourself, okay? I feel like we give so much away to those around us, and we forget about ourselves. And we have the Magician coming out. Yeah, you're working with the mystical, magical. You know how to transmute that energy into a physical manifestation, right? You know. So this is a card of action. It's time to take action on that Knight of Wands over there. Fan the flames. Okay? It's time to take action. You have all the tools you need. You have the know-how. You've done it before. Time to do it again with the help of your intuition. You know, maybe before when you did it, you just pushed through. You just made it happen. Maybe you force things to happen. This isn't the same thing. Okay? This is about kind of staying with that flow, understanding how the intuition, even if it's not logical, right? Moonlight says, even if it's not logical, trust your intuition because it's super sharp right now. Okay? Yeah. There's your 10 of Pentacles. Generational wealth. Infinite abundance in the material world. So this really is about your finances, your investments, your property, all that stuff. Okay? This is where you're heading when you can stay in alignment with your intuition. Trust your intuition. Trust that it's leading you in the right place, in the right direction, to the right place. Okay? This is a beautiful card. Look at the cornucopia of yum on the table here. Oh. The sun is shining down. Look at all the people gathered around. This is generations of people, right? This is generational wealth. How beautiful is that? That is so beautiful. All right, does anything else want to come out for this lovely moonlight card? Energy, trusting your intuition, the signs and synchronicities, taking action, moving forward, fanning the flames on an idea that maybe you've been sitting on for a while. Anything else? Okay, oh my gosh. Yep. Star card. Trust that inner light. That is your guiding light, right? That is your North Star. Sure, the North Star is in the sky, but it's also within you. This is your wishes, your dreams. All the things that you've wanted. Okay, something's coming in, and it is something that you wanted for a long time. Okay, trust your just trust your intuition, even if it doesn't make sense. Okay, it's going to be one of those things you look back on it, and you're like, oh, that makes sense now, right? That makes sense now. Yeah. And we have the Three of Cups. So these are your besties. This is your community. This is your support system, okay? And they are ready to celebrate your successes with you. And vice versa, but yeah. All right. Pile number 1, that is your message today. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number 2, and our card of focus is flying. It's interesting. It looks like a carousel horse with wings, right? So this is kind of about seeing things from a higher perspective, okay? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, both, right? You gain a new perspective, all right? So this is really about bringing your circumstances into alignment with your soul purpose. This card is a sign that the waiting is over. Okay, your hard work is paying off, and the things that you hope for are no longer out of your scope. You can actually see them from this vantage point. Okay? You have the ability to reach for the stars and find the one with your name on it. So spread your wings. It's time to soar. Okay? The wait is over. The hard work is paid off. Things are no longer beyond your scope. Okay, so this is a card of possibility, opportunity, success, magic, right? So I have the Magical Nordic Tarot here, and we're going to dig into this message a little bit. So, yeah, that's what beautiful energy, right? These cards today are pretty amazing. So, anyway, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you. And, yeah, super honored to be able to bring you these messages. Hopefully they're helpful. I'm happy to be with you on your journey. I'm happy to have you along on mine. Keep in mind, this is a timeless general reading for the collective. Sorry, I forgot my words for a second. All right. Okay. Beautiful vantage point, right? Things are becoming clearer. You can see what it is that you want. Nothing is outside the scope of your reach. And we have the Devil card coming out. Okay, I laugh. It's kind of funny. Come on. Yeah, the Devil card. Now, this one in this deck says boundaries, right? But the Devil is about it's about all of our addictions. It's about things that we're attached to that aren't good for us. It's about our bad behaviors. It's, you know, maybe it's things we need to release, basically, right? This weird looking character is in this tornado whirlwind. You know, sometimes these things we can sort of feel trapped by our addictions or bad behaviors, our outdated belief systems, right? Like, I feel like we're all getting sort of we're on notice about our beliefs right now. The thing I like about this card is, you know, we have this owl. And the owl speaks the truth, right? There's a lot of wisdom. And it's in this cage, but the door's open. So this owl can get out anytime, right? And so can you. So can you. So I think with this flying card, when we're talking about getting above, you know, opportunities and challenges, to see them better, I think what you're seeing here are maybe some things that need to go, right? In your, wow, in your energy, you have the Ace of Pentacles with luck, right? Wow. Aces are typically a gift from the divine, right? It's like, it's good luck that comes to you. But the Pentacles represent, you know, material world abundance. Okay, it is finances, investments. It's whatever material abundance that's meaningful to you, right? This is in your energy. So you definitely can see it from that vantage point of being up way high. Keep in mind, we have the Judgment card with forgiveness. Well, isn't that part of the Devil card, right? When we're releasing things, we forgive and we let it go. We get over it and we let it go. That's how we do it. Even if it's an aspect of the self, look at this person is seeing themselves in the water, waving bye-bye. We have the caterpillar there. It is a card of transformation. I mean, this is an awakening. This is allowing the water to wash away all the things that don't align with us anymore, because we do tend to collect things and we do tend to hang on to things that don't serve us anymore. They may have at one point, okay? So don't disregard those things. Please have gratitude for them as you release them. But it's time, because with our card of focus flying, you can see what's coming. All right, so it's time to make room for that. Making room for that. Yeah. Under the Devil card, you have the Strength card. So you can do this, all right? This is your inner wellspring. This is courage and control. It's being able to traverse life when those lower vibrational emotions come up, right? We know them now, we recognize them now, but they don't rule us. Okay? They're not in charge. You are. You have the control. That's why, look, she's got this ribbon, makeshift leash around this leopard. I think it's a leopard. Okay? That's what this is about, is quieting those inner demons a little bit and having, I mean, this is poise and grace and strength. This is infinite, right? That's beautiful. Maybe that's why that devil is being sucked up in that tornado thing. Your strength and your resolve is sending it away, like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. Okay. In your energy, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, affairs of the heart. Well, I mean, this is heartache. It's the things that have hurt you in your life. We need to be careful, though, because this can become part of your narrative, right? We use stories that hurt us to define who we are. This is something that needs to go. Okay? Time to release the heartache, time to release the cords that we have, to cut the cords that we have with old hurts. Okay? And this is painful. The Three of Swords is painful. It hurts our heart. Usually the Three Swords are piercing a heart. All right? But we cannot allow those to define us. And carrying the hurts and the grudges and all of that, I mean, it just takes up space that so much beauty could expand into. All right? So this is part of the Devil card, this Three of Swords in your energy. It's time to let those things go, right? Because something good, it's on the horizon. You can see it from that vantage point. And so it's time to declutter, get rid of the things that don't align anymore, including old heartaches, right? For that room to expand the good into. All right. This is an awakening for you. This is the Judgment card, right? This is the card of transformation. We have the Queen of Wands coming out too under that, which is passion, creativity, independence. This is meant for you. It's going to give you the kind of stability with that Ace of Pentacles in your energy that you're not going to be worrying. Like, you're going to be able to just walk through life and not worry, right? Wouldn't that be lovely? Beautiful. That one wanted to come out. What is that one? Okay. Yeah, under the Courage card, we have the Eight of Pentacles and opportunities. So really the Eight of Pentacles, this is a hard work card, okay? This is mastering something, but then understanding that all of the skills that you learned in this mastery, you can now take those and apply them to other areas in your life, right? Could be education, furthering your education. It can be all kinds of things. So it really is a card of opportunity, as it says on there. Lots of opportunities as you're moving forward, because guess what comes after the 8? The 9 of Pentacles, which is all about financial independence, reaching that point, that tipping point where you're no longer like having to budget, like there's excess if you want to have a little bit of fun. So, right? So the 8 is almost there. So you're almost there. You can see it, right? Flying above and getting that vantage point with our little flying horse. It's adorable. in your energy is the Seven of Cups, and this is a card of choices and opportunities. So there's a lot that you're going to be able to see from that vantage point, from rising above the challenges, rising above the opportunities, and really seeing them for what they are. I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen like the Ace of Swords in here yet, but maybe we don't need to, because the Flying card really talks about seeing things clearly. So, you know. And we have, yep, the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, you've planted the seeds about something. You planted a seed. This is really slow. Pentacles are slow moving energy anyway. But the Seven of Pentacles is really about planting the seeds, nurturing, spending the time, and waiting, waiting for it to come to fruition, right? So it's about faith. It is a card of faith. So whatever this is, you have had a lot of faith in it. You know, but as the Flying card says, you rise above the situation. You're going to see it for what it is. And it looks good. It looks really, really good. You just need to let some things go and make room for the expansion into the new, because this is new. This is new. Love it. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. Now this says difficulties, but the Two of Swords is typically about making a decision, right? You got to decide something. Maybe something that you're seeing as a challenge isn't really a challenge. Maybe something you're seeing as an opportunity isn't really an opportunity, right? That's why we have the Flying card as our card of focus. So there's going to be some clarity coming with that higher vantage point. Okay, and then you're going to have to make a decision. What are you going to choose? What are you going to... Wow, these two came out together. Look at that. So Temperance card, a card of harmony. It's a card of healing. It's also a card of divine timing. Okay, so this is coming in precisely when it's meant to come in, as you're getting, you know, reaching this high vantage point above everything. There's also the Hermit card. Okay, so you've really been digging deep. You've been seeking answers. The Hermit is the seeker, going within to find the answers, which is beautiful, because oftentimes we look outside of ourselves to understand why things are happening. So going within is the way to go. That's beautiful. The Temperance card. Divine timing, my friend. Okay. This could only happen when it was meant to happen. And apparently it's time. I don't know what you're doing or you know what you see coming, but you are definitely going to see it coming. Finally, right? Finally. Ooh. Nope, not 10 cards, just one. One more, just one more. Let's round it out. One more. Yeah. Okay, there's our Nine of Wands again. We had the Nine of Wands come out. I think it was the last card in pile number 1. It's the Wounded Warrior. It's resilience, right? There's no stopping. There's no stopping the Nine of Wands. You're not going to stop. Now, in this deck, it says determination. Okay, so you are determined to get where you're going. Now, the Nine of Wands is also about healthy boundaries. So please keep that in mind, that as you're moving forward with whatever it is that is within your scope now, right? Yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That you, okay, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. As you see, you know, this thing come into the scope of your vision, keep in mind to have some healthy boundaries, okay? Because if it is something really, really good, like all of this financial stuff coming in for you, or whatever it is that you're working on that might be bringing in all of this financial or material world stability, that it is going to be really, really important for you to have some healthy boundaries, okay? You don't want people taking advantage of you. And I don't think that they will, especially if this Nine of Wands is showing up for you, all right? Because you will be able to spot it from a mile away. Well, with the flying card, you're going to be able to spot it from 10 miles away, right? All right, pile number 2. That is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I'll see you next time. Welcome, pile number 3. And our card of focus is Into the Unknown. Okay, this is really about trust. I mean, look at her. She's got her blindfold on. She's sort of wandering around. I mean, it looks kind of fun, honestly, to me. We have the little bird over here. There's a rainbow in the background, right? It looks like wisteria growing. I mean, it's just kind of it just makes me happy looking at this card, right? Into the unknown. But I'm also not afraid to, like, move into those spaces, if you know what I mean. So life's an adventure, okay? And sometimes new opportunities are going to come up for you that you're not really going to know how to deal with, okay? And when this card shows up, it's one of those times, okay? So really what you have to do is just trust that this new phase is going to reveal some wonders and some miracles to you. You're stepping into unknown territory. Okay, you're not just a pathfinder anymore, right? You are the path maker. So whatever it is that you're asking about today, whatever is foremost in your thoughts, whatever your inquiries are, just trust that you're going to be safe, okay? But stay aware, right? Because you're about to discover new and marvelous territories, right? Possibly some valuable treasures. So trust, my friends, trust. Trust when you have that blindfold on that you are well supported in where you're going. I have the Pulp Tarot today. We're going to dig into this message. Thank you so much for being here. Super happy to have you. I hope you're all doing well. Honored to bring you these messages every day. Please keep in mind they are timeless. And a general reading for the collective. These aren't one-on-one, so it may not pertain to you today. But there might be something in here. There might be something for you. Okay. All right. Okay. We have the Ten of Wands right away. So, yeah. You're tired, you're burnt out, you're fatigued, you're overburdened. There are too many demands on you. Okay. But the tens are an ending. So you're about to be able to lay all these burdens down. Okay. Into the unknown. Trust, trust, trust. In your energy is the King of Cups. So this is about your emotional maturity. Okay. Very loving, very kind, very nurturing. Lots of compassion. Lots of compassion. That's beautiful for your energy right there. Keep in mind, you have a message coming in. All right. So pay attention. Pay attention. And to me, with the with Into the Unknown, our card of focus, with the blindfold on, it may be an auditory that's going to come to you. It may not be something that you're going to see. It may be something you're going to hear. Maybe in a conversation in passing, maybe in a song, maybe there's something, maybe in a movie that you're watching. Something's going to click. So pay attention, because this is a message. This is magic and fun and love and all of those things. It's good luck. It's good news. Okay? It's going to click when you hear it. Interesting. Trust. You may not know what to do with it, but it's good. It's going to help you lay this burden down. You're meant to. And the Page of Wands, look at that. This is the spark of an idea. Now, the Ace of Wands, when the Ace of Wands hands you the wand, right? It is a gift from the divine. When the Page of Wands comes in, this is the spark of an idea that's already within you. All right, so you have an idea. You have an idea. It's going to help you lay your burdens down. You're going to have confirmation about this idea through something you hear. This seems to me like this is getting very specific, right? Usually these are a little more general, but this is for someone. Keep your ears open. You're going to hear something. I mean, it can be a new opportunity. Well, it's part of your Page of Wands. It's part of the spark of this idea that you've had within you that's just dying to get out, right? In your energy, the Ten of Cups, which is absolute contentment. This is so much joy and happiness. It ripples out of you. It touches everyone, and everywhere that you go. There's so much joy with this card. This is so cool. Like, you're going to hear this. How are you going to hear this? This Ten of Cups is interesting because they're bowling. Does that mean anything for anyone? Huh. They're bowling. This is a wild reading. Pile number 3. It just makes me smile and it makes me want to laugh. Okay, we have a Lover's card. Keep in mind, Lover's card. So, yeah, I mean, sure, it can be a loving relationship coming in, especially with all this like cups in your energy, right? But this is also about being your authentic self, understanding who you are at a core level, at your soul level, right? And then using that as a filter to look at everything in your life. Because that'll tell you right away if it's in alignment with you or if it isn't, okay? This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Whatever this spark of this idea is that you have or have had, that maybe you set it aside for a minute, bring it back, because it is absolutely, with this Lover's card showing up, in alignment with you. It feels very, very karmic, whatever is happening here. This is turned into more of a specific reading here. So under the Page of Wands, we have the High Priestess. Yeah, so you've been digging around in the shadows for a bit. You have been working with the mystical, magical. You do have an understanding of the spirit world. And you're not afraid. That's cool. Maybe when you were doing your shadow work or exploring the shadows of yourself, right? We all have a shadow side. Maybe that's where this spark came in. Maybe this is where the spark of an idea of this Page of Wands came in. Maybe it's just a remembrance. It could be something that you've had on your mind for forever, right? And you just forgot about it, but you found it again. Yeah, you're going to get confirmation through something that you hear, okay? So just pay attention. It could just be in line, getting a coffee, or in line at the grocery store, or it's something on the radio, right? You'll know it when you hear it. That's the important part. You'll know it when you hear it. Yeah, in your energy, we have the world. So yeah, you're completing a cycle here, a karmic cycle. Okay, this is your ending. You're about to start something fresh and new. I love that there's all this celebration and love and joy at the end of this particular leg of your journey. Into the unknown. Yeah, it is kind of like a new beginning, huh? And the Four of Wands. There's your party card right there, right? It's reaching a milestone. You achieved something. And now it's time to celebrate with all your cool peeps. Wow, this is lovely. All right, pile number 3. This is amazing. This is very different than what we usually get. Okay, I'm not surprised to see that because into the unknown, and then you have the Fool card coming out. And right after not right after, but after the World here. Yeah, you have an ending and a beginning in the same reading. So it feels like you might sort of, maybe you're being loaded into a slingshot and you're getting flung into wherever. Just remember to trust. Just trust, okay? Because it's going to be okay. We do have the Tower card showing up, but I think with this reading so far, you understand what this tower is about, right? This is building a new foundation. You're building a new tower. The old tower won't hold your growth anymore, right? So it's time to move on and rebuild. Rebuild in alignment with you. It's a swift change. It's here to align you. It's a course. I say course correction, but you know, even if we're in sort of a slump in our life, it doesn't mean that it was a mistake, right? So saying course correction sometimes to me sounds like we made a mistake, but that's not it. So I guess maybe I don't want to use course correction. It's a realignment is what it is. It's part of a transformation. It's part of ending a cycle and beginning a cycle. Okay, and we have the Knight of Cups bringing in an invitation, a proposal, a quest, an adventure, but it's all around love. There's so much love in this reading, so much heartfelt joy and happiness. Now, I do like the Nine of Cups in this deck because it looks like there's a strong headwind, right? And maybe this message has been trying to come in for some time, and it just hasn't quite gotten there. Okay, but this is all going to change. This is all going to change. It's all going to change. Yeah. We have the Strength card. There you are. Strength, courage, control. It's like you're so ready for this. So ready for this. All right, let's see if we can get just one more card. We'll wrap it up here because I think the message is pretty clear. Yeah, just pay attention to things around you. You're going to have a message come to you that you're going to hear, right? It's very specific. You're going to hear it. Yeah, you're ending a cycle. Ending a cycle. Yeah. There you are, our magician. Yeah, you're getting ready to start this new adventure, but you're heading in there with a with all your tools, right? You have all the tools. You're going to take action on it. You have the know-how. You know what to do. You know how to transmute that energy. You know how to manifest. You know how to create something in the material world that you want. Okay? This is beautiful. All right, my friends. That is your message for today. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I'll see you next time.